Hi there. Welcome back to the weird side of YouTube. I'm your host, author DC Knipe, and this is The Writing Rainbow. And today I wanted to do a tag all about my writing in progress, which has already been announced, Fairy Tales Omnia Arcana. This is called the WIP tag, or the Work in Progress tag, or the Writing in Progress tag, depending on which term you prefer. But keep in mind, my writing in project is not actually a novel. I'm working on a novel separately that I'm keeping completely under wraps until, it's time to reveal everything, which is going to be a while because... Not that I'm not done with it, because I'm done with the manuscript, but I have a whole giant plan of action that I'm trying to work on making for it. It is going to be part of a grand overarching series that is going to be multimedia in nature and not just novels, so wish me luck on that. So this one that I'm talking about today is a YouTube series that I'm working on. It's going to be a scripted series, kind of like a storyteller series, where I tell different versions of fairy tales, my versions of fairy tales, and then the characters end up meeting eventually and rising up together to stop a great evil from destroying their respective kingdoms. So, without further ado, this is the WIP tag. Number 1. What is the title/working title of your work in progress? It is Fairy Tales Omnia Arcana, and each chapter will have a different title, obviously. Each story will have a different title. I'm very excited to share what's coming with you guys about all of it, really. Number 2, where did the idea for your book come from? I love Once Upon a Time, I love Kingdom Hearts, obviously I love fairy tales, especially the original ones. I was just thinking I don't have anything to show off for my writing. I have my novel that you can buy, Dream, a surreal and psychedelic gay romance fantasy novel. And I have the novel that I'm working on, which is a horror novel. But I don't have anything that I can show you guys. I don't have anything to share. And I wanted to do something that I could share with you. And I thought maybe I could do something for my blog, on my website, and just have little short stories there. And I was like, that's not very dynamic, is it? So I was like, what about for YouTube? What if I make a scripted series for YouTube in the vein of The Dreamy Adventures of Theodore, which is a live-action prequel I did for my novel with my stuffed animals, which was very off-the-cuff, very silly, very goofy, but this would be really serious and, awesome, hopefully. We'll see how it goes. Number 3, what genre does your book fall under? Again, it's not a book. It's a YouTube series. However, I'd probably say just fantasy, dark fantasy, that kind of thing. I've been describing it as Fairy Tales meets Game of Thrones. It's not gonna be dark as in violent upon violent upon violent, but it is gonna be dark in the sense of people are going to die, sad things are going to happen. There are things about Game of Thrones that I have issues with. There are things about dark fantasy in general that I have issues with. Maybe I'll get into that in the future, but for now it's just, I'm gonna describe it as dark fantasy. Number 4, what actors would you choose for the movie adaptation of your book? Oh man, if they made Fairy Tales a book. If they made a book. No, if they made Fairy Tales a movie. Oh, I don't even know. I can't tell you anything about it because that's going to give the twists away. There's lots of twists. It's not just straightforward, this is Snow White, this is Sleeping Beauty, this is the Little Mermaid. There's twists to every character. It's not just the same old Once Upon a Time to Happily Ever After. There's lots of twists and turns, and I can't even talk about who I would like to cast because that's going to give away some of my secrets, some of my twists, so I can't even answer that question. I will say I would like a gay actor to play the gay characters and dark-skinned girls to play the dark-skinned characters. That's all I can say. What is a one-sentence synopsis of your book? Probably just fall down the rabbit hole into the world of fairy tales. There's lots of twists and turns between Once Upon a Time and Happily Ever After. Literally anything of those natures will do, because it's a lot of stories and then they meet up at the end. So it's hard to do that and wrap up everything in a pretty bow when there's lots of different storylines going on that meet up together in the end. 6. Will your book be self or traditionally published? I suppose it'd be considered self-publishing since I'm publishing it on YouTube. 7. How long did it take to write the first draft? I have not finished the first draft, unfortunately. It should be out it should premiere by summer, hopefully fall at the latest. I don't really know. Number 8. Who or what inspired you to write this book? Fairy tales. The original dark incarnations of them. Number 9. What other things in your book might pique the reader's interest? There's lots of gay characters. There's lots of LGBT characters in general. There's going to be dark stuff in it. I'm trying to incorporate some of the darkness from the original fairy tales back into it. That's what I should have said in that earlier question. Some of the original darkness, not like token Game of Thrones violence darkness. So that's, unfortunately, it's something else that's ended on another weird number, but that's all for this video. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye!